Your powder brush can either perfect your makeup or ruin it. The difference often comes down to technique, not the product. Using a powder brush seems simple, but several common mistakes can lead to a cakey, uneven, or short-lived finish. Understanding these errors is the first step toward achieving a flawless, airbrushed look that lasts all day. Let's explore the most frequent missteps and how to correct them for a truly professional result. The first major mistake is choosing the wrong brush for the job. Not all powder brushes are created equal. A large, fluffy brush is excellent for a light dusting of setting powder all over the face. As its sparse, flexible bristles distribute a minimal amount of product for a sheer finish. However, if you need more targeted application, like setting the under-eye area or building coverage, a smaller, denser brush is far more effective. But using a huge brush for precise areas often leads to over-application and a heavy, textured appearance. Conversely, using a small, dense brush for an all-over set can result in a patchy, uneven finish because it deposits too much product in one spot. The key is to match the brush's size and density to the specific task and the type of powder you are using. Another frequent error is improper product loading. Many people simply swirl their brush in the powder and immediately apply it to their face. This loads the brush unevenly, with a concentration of product on the very tips of the bristles. When you apply it, this concentrated powder is deposited in one spot, creating a patch of heavy coverage that's difficult to blend out. The correct method involves gently pressing or swirling the brush into the powder, then tapping off the excess. Tapping the brush handle against your wrist or the edge of the powder compact ensures the product is distributed more evenly throughout the bristles, not just sitting on the surface. This single step prevents blotchiness and gives you much greater control over the application, allowing you to build coverage gracefully instead of depositing it all at once. The application technique itself is where many go wrong. A common habit is to drag or wipe the brush across the skin. This motion doesn't set makeup effectively. Instead, it displaces the foundation and concealer underneath, leading to streaks and an uneven base. Swiping can also emphasize texture and fine lines as the bristles pull at the skin and push product into creases. The professional approach is to use a combination of pressing, stippling, and rolling motions. For setting makeup, gently press or pat the powdered brush onto the skin. This locks the liquid and cream products in place without disturbing them. In areas where you want to build a bit more coverage with a powder foundation, a stippling motion lightly tapping the brush onto the skin's ideal. For an all-over sheer application, light, circular buffing can work, but only after the initial product has been pressed in. Applying powder to unprepared skin is a guaranteed recipe for a cakey finish. Powder clings to dry patches and can look heavy on dehydrated skin. Before even thinking about powder, ensure your skin is well hydrated. This means using a suitable moisturizer and allowing it to fully absorb if your foundation is still very wet or tacky when you apply powder. The two can mix and create a thick paste-like texture that looks unnatural and settles into pores. It's crucial to let your liquid or cream foundation set for a minute or two before going in with powder. If you have oily skin and your face becomes shiny during this waiting period, you can lightly blot with a tissue or blotting paper before applying powder. This removes excess oil without disturbing your base, creating the perfect canvas for a smooth powder application. Overlooking the type of powder is another significant mistake. Different powders have different functions and textures. A finely milled, translucent setting powder is designed to be lightweight and invisible on the skin, its primary job being to set makeup and control shine. A powder foundation, on the other hand, contains pigment and is designed to provide coverage. Using a heavy powder foundation to set your entire face, especially under the eyes, can result in a thick, mask-like appearance. Similarly, trying to get coverage from a translucent powder will only lead to you applying layer after layer, which can build up and look chalky. Always choose the powder that is formulated for your intended purpose. For setting, stick to translucent or lightly tinted setting powders. For coverage, use a powder foundation and apply it strategically. Neglecting specific facial zones is a subtle but impactful error. The face is not a flat surface, and different areas have different needs. The T-zone forehead, nose, and chin's typically oilier and requires more diligent setting to control shine throughout the day. The under-eye area, however, has much thinner, more delicate skin that is prone to creasing and dryness. Applying the same amount of powder under the eyes as you do on your nose can lead to a crepey, aged look. For the under eyes, use a very small amount of a very finely milled powder on a small, soft brush. Press it in gently. For the rest of the face, you can use a larger brush and adjust the amount of product based on how oily each area gets. This targeted approach results in a more natural, dimensional finish that wears better over time. One of the most overlooked aspects of using a powder brush is maintenance. A dirty brush is not just unhygienic, it performs poorly. Over time, a brush accumulates oils from your skin, old makeup residue, and dust. This buildup causes the bristles to stick together, preventing them from picking up and distributing powder evenly. Using a dirty brush often results in a blotchy, uneven application and can even transfer bacteria to your skin, potentially leading to breakouts. Brushes used for powder products should be cleaned regularly, at least once a week, or more if you use them daily. A gentle brush cleanser or baby shampoo and lukewarm water are all you need. After washing, gently reshape the bristles and lay the brush flat or hang it upside down to dry completely. A clean brush is fundamental to a flawless makeup application. Finally, a critical mistake is applying powder in the wrong lighting. Makeup can look completely different in various lighting conditions. What looks perfect in the soft, dim light of a bathroom might look heavy and cakey in natural daylight. Whenever possible, apply your makeup in lighting that is similar to where you will be spending most of your time. Natural daylight is the gold standard because it is the most unforgiving and reveals exactly how your makeup looks. If you don't have access to a window, use a daylight mimicking lamp or ring light. Applying your powder in good lighting allows you to see precisely how much product you are using and where you are placing it, preventing the common issue of overapplication. It ensures that your makeup looks great, not just in the mirror, but in the real world as well. By avoiding these common pitfalls, your powder brush will become one of the most reliable tools in your makeup kit, consistently delivering a smooth, refined, and long-lasting finish.